Hello all, it's Tiara and we are back for another video. So today we're going to be reading hockey books for like a weekend, so all hockey romances. That's what we're gonna do. I originally bought books for this video, but Tegan Hunter, my auto-buy author, she released Neutral Zone literally today, and so I can't go any days without reading this. But I always get through her books really quickly. I love her books so much. So this one will probably take me today, like a few hours. I will be done with this by the middle of the day. I'm so excited for this one. And then we have 3 more on the lineup. I don't know if I'll get to them all this weekend, but they are here. So hopefully we do get to them. I know after this one, like the first one I want to read is The Enforcer by Avery Keelan. I really loved Offside. And this one is a second chance romance, and those aren't always my favorite. So I do want to give it a try. I want to see, because I loved her other book. So hopefully I love this one too. But that is what we're going to do for this video. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you like hockey romances. I am a sports romance girly. I love them so much. So that is what we're going to do. We're starting off with Neutral Zone, and I will update you soon. Okay, so I'm at like the 20, I just passed the 25% mark. I'm on like 28, so I just wanted to update. It's not what I expected. So let me just say that I am going into this like slightly blind. So I saw like some of the tropes that the author had put in their like Instagram posts, but I didn't read any of the blurbs. I only vaguely knew who this character was because I didn't read the book before this, because it was a single parent trope and I don't read those. I'm so sorry. I wish I could. Something about it, just I don't read them. So I kind of like jumped, and like I vaguely remember, I feel like I'm telling myself I remember this character from the other books, but I'm not even sure. So yeah, so basically it's about like, so he's on the hockey team and he's like a shy person, and so apparently he's into like voyeurism or like watching. I don't know. So he like, the girl, okay, so let me get to the girl. She works for this like donut truck that 2 of the other like hockey guys, like all the hockey guys come to this truck, and it's brought up like maybe I think in like book 3 or 4 or something like that, I'm not sure. But all of the guys go there. She works there. And so by day, she works in the bake shop. She wants to open up her own bakery type thing. And so she's saving money. And by saving or like earning extra cash, she does like a spicy live stream where she like dresses spicy, but then like does things like paint her nails and do coloring books and stuff. And he watches her, but she doesn't know that he is watching her. Yeah, this is not what I like. This is not what I expected. It's interesting, to say the least. It's interesting. She's shy, kind of. She considers herself shy, even though she does those live streams. He, very shy. And so, yeah, I'm kind of getting into the parts where they're like actually talking to each other, even though like they knew each other before that. But that is currently where we are. It's interesting. Like I went into this so blind, and I remember seeing something about voyeurism, but I didn't really understand it. And so it's interesting. The only other like voyeurism type thing, I remember there was like that Hulu show movie thing, and the guy that plays Liam in After, what is his actual, Landon? He's in it, I think, and like Sydney Sweeney, I don't know. Like that's it. So this book is interesting. That's all I really know what to say. Yeah, not what I expected. I will probably update you again at the 50% mark and we will go from there. So, 60% of the way done. They're cute. Fitz and Rosie, they're really cute. It's still a little, I don't want to say weird because I don't want that to come off mean. It's just different for me. Like, it's weird for me. It's, yeah. But they are cute together. I think this book is really, like, all of the other couples from all of the books before this are in this one. And so seeing them again and seeing them from this side, I love it. Like, I loved them in their books, but also in this one and seeing everyone interact. Even the characters from the books like I didn't read, the one with Stevie and Greer, I love them in this book. Like, they're so cute and it makes me like want to read their book, but again, it's just single parents not my thing. So maybe one day I'll give it a try. But I still like seeing them in this one and seeing how cute they are. But that's the 60% update. I don't want to give too many details because I don't want to like spoil anything. But yeah. Okay, so I'm almost done. I'm 92% of the way done. And so I hate when books do this, and maybe it's because maybe I'm a shitty person. I do not like when authors try and redeem characters that I think have no redemption quality. Like, you are shitty. That's just it. You're a bad person. And I don't need to like you at the end because you're not a main character. Like, you do nothing for me. I do not care. So basically, there's like this best friend in the book that Rosie has. It's like a guy best friend, and she at one point like was in love with him, whatever. And she runs into him in the story, and he literally is the biggest douche ever. Like, the way he's talking to her, everything, like, you're just like, ugh, ew. And then it gets to the end of it, and oh, I forgot, this is a spoiler. I will probably preference that, but she tells him off, and he was like, you know what, you're right, like, that was bad, blah blah blah, like, you deserve better, like, I'm so proud of you. No, there's no way this man had that flip. Like, unless you're telling me he was intentionally cruel and he's apologizing because he knows he was being intentionally cruel, that still makes you a bad person. Like, not all characters need to be redeemed. They don't. They don't. There are many situations where character redemption is okay. Example, the deleted scene from Harry Potter where Dudley like pretty much apologizes or something. He basically tells Harry he's not a bad person. Whatever. That deleted scene in Harry Potter, loved it. I loved that for Dudley. I didn't really care about the aunt and uncle, but that I found that okay. Redeeming this douchebag of a man for no reason, I can't. So I finished Neutral Zone, and I would say 4 stars. I want to say like 3.5 to 4. I'm not really sure. Okay, so let me start off with I loved Rosie and Fitz's story. I loved Rosie and Fitz's story. It was so cute. I just feel like, and here's the thing, all of Tia Hunter's books are really like quick. They're really short, not super short. They're not like novella, like 100-page reads, but hers are always like, I would say 200 to 300. That's like, so normally when I read her books, it's like when I need something quick, I need something swoony, just like a little like heartwarming thing. So that's usually what I go for her books. So like reading this right now isn't like, I wouldn't say it's like not normal for me, but I usually like, these are like my nighttime reads, like I will start this book at 10 p.m. and finish it by like 2 a.m. Like, those are the times I read these books. like my stay up late books. So I still liked it, like 100%. I still liked it. There were just things like, because it's so fast paced, like sometimes you feel like either it's moving too fast or you're not getting enough details to truly like fall in love with them. It also was just very different for me, and I don't want to take away points because it was different, but there were also just some like writing things that like weren't my favorite. So there were times in the book where it would use like just like a pronoun, like of, oh, he this, he that, and then you're kind of like, who is he? And then that's when it tells you who it is. So that happened twice at the beginning, and it kind of like tricked me out for a second. And also I will say, like, these are all supposed to be standalone books. Like all of her books are like interconnected standalones, but I will say throughout this book, if you don't know the other couples from the other books, you don't necessarily understand what's going on, or like you don't understand who these people are. And I kind of realized that. I know all the couples from the other books, but I did start to realize that if you like just jumped into this book, you wouldn't know what's going on. So trying to explain my rating, but I don't know, my ratings are kind of weird. I won't say weird, like ones, I usually don't give 1 stars. I did towards the beginning of reading because I didn't know how to like DNF things on Goodreads. Now that I do, like there's 0 stars for like DNFs. So 2 stars are usually my bad. 3 stars are my good. 3 stars for me, they're good. And when you understand what my 5 stars, it'll make more sense. 4 star is great, loved it. 5 star is great, loved it, but I have to have like this visceral react, like I have to have a physical reaction in some way, like I have to get goosebumps, like it has to be something, I have to like laugh out loud, like that emotion has to come out for it to be a 5-star read, which I feel like is kind of like not the best like way to rate things. That's just how I rate them. 4 stars is still absolutely amazing. It's just absolutely amazing, but it didn't make me physically feel something. 5 stars, I have to physically feel something. I feel like a lot of like the 3.5 to 4-star rating came from the fact that there was that character redemption, which I completely hated. Maybe I'm just someone who holds grudges, but didn't like it, couldn't get into it. But I still really liked it. I liked their story. This was, it's her last Carolina Comments, and I love Carolina Comments so much. But I like it. I like the ending. All of her books, like everyone has a different story. And I like that. I liked that I got to see this like found family situation and see how everyone got together and no story was like exactly the same. If you would like to know, my favorite book is the one with Owen and Amelia? I think it's Amelia. I'm trying to remember. Owen and Amelia, I know, you think because they're my favorite I would remember. No, I don't. Owen and Amelia, I would like to say are my favorite. It's the book right before Miller's book. Miller is my favorite boyfriend. He's my favorite book. Carolina Comments boyfriend, he's the best. He's just so sweet and he's so cute. And it's funny because like he's kind of like the jokester, like the annoying little brother in it. But he's just, he's so heartwarming. But yeah. So, okay, so this is my next one. We're gonna do The Enforcer. I'm nervous because this is second chance romance, but I'm actually really excited for this one. So I hope I love it. I have to get all of my stickies and tabbies and highlights, but we are going to start this one next. This is probably like the worst lighting ever, but this is a great place for the camera. So I'm halfway done with The Enforcer. I like it. I will say, because it's like a second chance romance, like the way they fall, like, I won't say fall back together because I don't think that's it, but the way they get into like this friendship zone is really random. Like, I feel like random is not the right word. It's very natural, and I do like the sense that it's natural, but at the same time it's kind of like weird. No, I don't know how to explain it. I haven't read many second chance romance, so I don't know how the flow is. But I have read Love in Other Words, and I feel like Love in Other Words, you could feel like the tension, you could feel the awkwardness towards the beginning, like you see them still being upset and questioning it. Whereas this one, I feel like there's not much like questioning it, tension, like it's kind of just like, it's like a really instant transition back. I don't know. I could be, I haven't read many second chance romance. I like it. Right now, I really, really like it. I like the characters, and I like it enough that I'm keeping reading. Not the right words. I like it enough that I'm still reading it. I want to finish it. I'm halfway done. I like it. It's good. So we'll see how it like plays through, how everything goes through at the end. But at the moment, I just feel like it's almost like an instant back to being good. Like there was tension, and then it's just like, okay, well, it's not back together, but like instant, like, okay, we're friends again. So that's where we are. I will let you know how it goes, and with better lighting, hopefully. I wonder if I open this, it would be better. Hello. So I'm like 80 pages away from being done, but I just had to say, I don't know if it's a romance novel thing. No, it can't be, because it's very specific. I don't know if it's a hockey romance thing, or if maybe the books I've read have all just been way too similar, or like it's the authors, because like I'm only gonna name 2 authors because I can't think of anything else that comes to my head right now. But why do they always have, like, the hockey boys always have daddy issues? And I don't understand it, because in this book he has daddy issues because, oh, you know what? Let's pause. There is a trending theme of like the fact that it's always like the dad was a famous hockey player. That's a reoccurring theme, but also the fact that they all have daddy issues because of it. Nate Hawkins, daddy issues. This one, daddy issues. Offside had daddy issues. Well, his dad was dead, but besides the point, still had daddy issues. Garrett Graham, daddy issues. John Logan, daddy issues. Who else? Dean De Laurentiis just had like parental problems, but do you see, like, is it hockey boys? Like, and I'm not hating, I'm just noticing a pattern with hockey boys. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. I'm trying to finish this, especially because I'm supposed to leave soon, because I'm like reading these books during graduation weekend, so like completely did not read yesterday because, oh yeah, Xander Evans, daddy issues. But okay, back to what I was saying. It's graduation weekend. I didn't even read all of yesterday because I was at 2 graduations and a graduation party, and I was literally gone all day. But yeah, I'm getting through this one, and then I will probably start one more and try and get through that one also before this video ends, if it's not too long. But yeah, I just want to share that. So it's done. I finished it, and I want to say it's a 3.5. 3.75. I liked it. I really liked it, but I don't know if maybe my expectations were too high. I just felt like something was missing. And the thing is, I love her book Offside so much. And what's funny is I wouldn't say like a lot of people dislike it, but I did see the reviews once, and they were like, the book is ridiculously long, and the first time I read it, it was on Wattpad, so I never noticed how long it was until she published it. And so the way I felt like about Chase and Bailey, like I love them, I love their dynamic, and I like Nash and Violet. I do, like, I really like them. I liked their dynamic, but something was missing. And I don't know if it was like it was like they just went back to being together, and it wasn't like you were watching them re-fall in love with each other. It was just like it was there and it was back and it was on. And I just feel like, I don't know, there should have been more. Like, this was already almost 400 pages, and maybe it's because her offside is like 600, and so maybe, like, I don't know, from her, like, I need more. And what's crazy is I'm not, like, 600 is a lot, like, that's long, and, like, I'll look at those books and be like, no, I can't do it, it's too much, it's, like, intimidating. Like Binding and Keeping 13, I heard it's so great, but it's I heard the font is small and it's really thick, like I can see it's thick, so like I just haven't worked myself up to that. But this book, I just felt like there should have been more, like something was missing, and I liked it and I wanted to love it, but I didn't. I just liked it. But yeah, we will be getting into the next book. It's all the way over there. Which is going to be Consider Me, and I will let you know how that goes. So I'm finally back, and it's been a long time since I've started this vlog. I mean, like, weeks, like multiple. I think I started this on like May. It was graduation season, so May 19th or something. It's now June, what is today? June 5th. It's June 5th. And so I finally finished the third book. Actually, this isn't even the book I think I was starting out with. I think I was going to read Consider Me, but let me tell you, Consider Me's font, so tiny. So tiny. And it's a thickie. So it just discouraged me so much that I ended up picking Iced Out. And then I started it, and like, I wasn't feeling it at the beginning, and then I had to kind of, like, I think I just did too many hockey romances at one time, and so that kind of, like, threw me off, so I had to give myself a break. I read literally a ton of things in between, and then I was like, okay, I really want to finish this vlog. I also want to, like, read one of these books, because I've, like, got these books for this vlog, and I didn't finish them. So, let me tell you about Iced Out, okay? When I first started reading it, wasn't that into it. Then kept going, and I was like, it gave me the feels of like a 5-star. Like, I was like, oh, this is so good. And then there was no plot. Like, it was so fluffy. It had all of the good feels. Like, Easton Blake is like Blake Easton Blake. Oh my god, what is his name? What is his name? I'm gonna go with Easton Blake. I don't feel like literally diving through this right now. Easton Blake, he was cute. You didn't really see like the character development in him. Like, it was just your average, like, oh, she's so hot that I want to tie her down, and I no longer, like, I'm just going to be as loyal as possible. Like, I'm not a playboy anymore because she was so hot and I love her. That's the feels I got from it. I'll be honest, I don't really have a rating. Like, I gave it like 3 stars. I think it was better than 3 stars, but it wasn't quite a 4. So like a 3.5. But it was like, here's the thing. It was good that it gave me all of like the cutesy fluffy feels, but there was no plot. Like, you go through the entire thing, and there's like mini little, like, there's points in the story where you think, oh, they're gonna argue and like they might have some trouble, they might break up. No, he's like, I support you through anything. I'm always here for you. Like, that's how he is the entire freaking book. And so even when I thought there was gonna be like a 3rd act breakup, like, no, like, it just doesn't happen because he's just so anything you want. And she never freaks out about like the relationship or the fact that she didn't date hockey players and now she does, or that it's her brother's rival. Like, none of those arguments like happen ever, or none of those like dramatic points happen. It's literally just a smooth sailing, like, I'm gonna get the girl, I got the girl, that's it. And for that, like, I was just like, it's not like there just wasn't anything, there was no ups and downs. Like, it was just very just like it goes up, it plateaus, and then it just keeps going. And so yeah. Also, okay, I want to say this without sounding like the biggest pick-me ever, but I didn't like the writing. And and maybe this is just California boys. I am a sweetheart to a fraternity. I spend most of my time hanging out with only males. No one talks like this. Like, the way it was, I 100% understand, like, romance stories, like 99.99 whatever percent of them are women writing men. And for the most part, you don't feel like it's women writing men and women writing male conversations. This one, I did so hard. Like, reading it, I was just like, they don't talk like this. And maybe it's a different perspective because I do hang out with guys a lot. I also, you know, I run a fraternity Instagram where literally I try and make myself sound, I'm like, let me make sure this, I sound like a guy. Like, make sure I don't sound like a girl writing on, like, men's Instagrams. And like, I literally will write stuff and like show it to my boyfriend and be like, hey, this sounds like a dude, right? I'm broing it up. Like, literally we laugh about it because I'm like, bro. But they don't talk like that. And it wasn't like, I don't know how to like really like put into words, but it was just like some of the conversations, and like when you listen to it from Easton's point of view, like I was just like, I don't really like the writing, and like maybe other people do, and that's perfectly fine. It was just like, for me, I was like, they don't talk like this. And maybe they do on like the East Coast. I can only speak for California, or like maybe just the people I'm around, LA people, but I was just like, what? So that was also kind of why it just wasn't a 5-star, even though it gave me 5-star feels. But like overall, like if you're looking for something fluffy, something that's not gonna like make you sob or like hurt your feelings or anything like that, like it's a good fluff. Oh, also the spicy scenes. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. The spicy scenes were really random. Like, it was kind of just like once they started having spicy scenes, it was just like back to back to back, back. Like, and it was like so random when it was happening. And I was like, okay, I get it. They dig each other, but damn, like, it was just so fluffy. And I feel like that all goes back down to the fluff. 3.5 stars because it didn't do anything for me in that sense. Like, there was no like roller coaster of a story. Like, it was just very up and plateau. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed all of the hockey romances. I am a hockey romance sports romance. I am a hockey romance sports romance girly. Love it so much. So if you want another video like this, I don't know many other hockey romances. Well, there's the Consider Me, the Becca Max. I'm going to read her books. I think I need to read it on like the Kindle, so I can't, like, it's not as intimidating. But that's probably the next hockey romance I'm gonna do. So if you want another video of just a week of hockey romances, or in my case, multiple weeks with some hockey romance, we can do that again. Any other videos you might want to see, please comment them down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. You make me wanna be with somebody, doing things